Hi, so let us now learn that how to create a ledger. Ledger is nothing but a systematic term for accounts, that is any account. So why do we need to create ledgers in Tally? Because suppose if you have dealt with a person named Mr. John and you purchased some goods from Mr. John. So there are two accounts right here, which is first is stock account, second one is Mr. John. So Tally does not know that you have Mr. John in your accounts. So one thing you need to do is you need to create an account for Mr. John. Okay, so let's see how can we create a ledger. This right here is the gateway of Tally. Go to accounts info, enter, and then go to ledgers. Okay, so now there are various options. One is to create a single ledger, another one is to create multiple ledgers, and one in the single ledger we can create, display, and alter. Okay, so let us first display what Tally has to offer. Let's go to display. You can press D as it is the hotkey, or you can just go to D and enter. Okay, so there are two ledgers already created by Tally by default, which is cash ledger, and another one is profit and loss account ledger. So let's learn how to create a ledger, that is how to create an account. Don't confuse yourself with the term ledger because it is just a systematic term for an account. As you can see, every account is a T-shape. You can name it as account or you can call it as ledger just to sound more techy. This right here is debit, as it is left, this is credit. Okay, so let us now create a ledger. We'll go to create. Okay, so there are various options right here. I'll introduce you to all these options. The one right here, the first option is name. So let's create a capital account. Capital. Okay, alias is if you want to put a short form to that account. Suppose you have a big name of the bank, that is Alphabet Company, Panama Islands Limited Bank. Then you can also create ABC for that ledger. You can just create cap for it. Okay, if you want to put it, you can also ignore it. As you wrote capital right here, it automatically shows which group does it belongs to. So this right here is an important part, because when you create an account, it will always ask you for which group does your account belongs to. As it is suggested, it belongs to capital account. So you can choose capital account because it really does belong to capital account. If you don't want to put it in a capital account, suppose you want to put it into fixed asset account, which is wrong. So this is the importance of the group. Whenever you create an account, you have to put it into a correct group so that it will help account tally your balance sheet and your income statement and all your reports properly. So let us now see what else we can. Capital account. Okay, we want to choose capital account. Inventories values are affected. Okay, inventory values are not affected by capital account. I'll show you a name, mailing details, address. You can ignore it. Just press enter to ignore. Okay, and you can put your tax details. It depends on which country you live in. Tally has various tax details as we learned in the gateway of Tally. And this right here is a opening balance. So just for example, suppose you have a business which you have started in the year 2006. Okay, and but you moved to Tally accounts in the year 2020. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you haven't brought in capital, and you need to put all those accounts of 14 years into Tally. So whenever you create a account, that is, it will ask for opening balance. So as when we created this company, we had the date of creation of company as creation date. Creation date was 1st April 2020. You can enter, when you create a company, you can enter 2006. You can enter whatever the date you want, and it will ask the opening balance of the next day. Okay, so suppose you brought capital of rupees 20,000 in 2006, and now that capital right here is 40,000. So in this ledger you can put 40,000. That is the opening balance. Opening balance is not, suppose you bought some, you have a vehicle, and that vehicle is already in with you, and you have just now shifted to making your accounts in Tally. So the value of the vehicle that you just brought for rupees 10 lakh is now 5 lakh. So you'll enter 5 lakh here, so that when you create further entries in your accounts, it will start from 5 lakhs. So this basically is the opening balance. You will get more clarity when we do it. Let's now move forward. Now there are three options right here, which is accept, delete is not here because we are not altering, we are creating, and quit. So we want to go to accept, or we can just, you can press Alt A because there is a hyphen key, Alt plus A to accept, or you can just press enter and then move forward. So I'll just go. It has asked us to accept. Do we accept? We can click on yes or no. We can click on enter for yes, or we can click on Y. Okay, so the ledger is now created. Let us see. Go to display, and right here is a capital ledger. Okay, which has alias. Okay, so I want to alter this ledger where I want to delete this, and then A. Okay, enter. Okay, yes, accept. Okay, so now as a task, let us create some more ledgers. We can also create ledgers multiply. Just for example, like okay, we'll create a single ledger first. Let us create bank. Bank should be classified into bank accounts. So bank account, I'll choose bank accounts, and it will ask us various details: account number, IFSC code, bank name, address, checkbooks, check printing. It will automatically print your check in with ink. If you, whenever you will create a check, if you wanted to, you can set it right here. This is address. Opening balance of the bank, you must have had some bank balance before this company was created in the Tally, so you can put an opening balance right here. But as we don't have anything in Alphabet company, we'll not put anything except yes. Okay, let us now create a set account. Furniture right here is a current asset, or is it a fixed asset? It's a fixed asset because we are not planning to sell our furniture within the near 12 plus months. There is no opening balance. Okay, now let's go and try to create multiple ledgers. Okay, so first we have to choose the group, that is, let's choose fixed asset. Fixed asset, we can create building. Under fixed asset, it automatically came no opening balance. We can choose land, we can choose plant and machinery. Okay, so when you are done, you can click on accept, and it has created all those ledger. You want to display them, go to display. Right here is building. Okay, there is a spelling mistake. Plant and machinery and land. To correct that spelling mistake, we have to go to alter, building, and just press L. Okay, so I'll go to accept. The build name is changed. Okay, so let us create some more ledgers, and let us create nominal account ledger, which is salary. Salary is an indirect expense. And why? Because there are two types of expenses and incomes, which is direct and indirect. Suppose you have a product that is a mobile. Okay, this right here is a mobile. So everything that is directly related to that mobile. Suppose if we sold a mobile, then it is a direct income. And suppose if we purchased a screen for the mobiles, then it is an direct expense. Okay, so it is directly related to the product. And suppose if we paid salary to the employees of the mobile company, that is an indirect expense because it is not included, it is not related directly to the product. Okay, you can study about it more in the basic account terminology or the previous group lecture. Also, if you have any doubt that which group should this in salary go to, let us open this crack sheet that I have prepared and control F, salary. Although it is very common sense, if you know, if you have understood the basic terminologies properly. So salary right here says indirect expense, so we'll choose indirect expense. Okay sir, enter, enter. Okay, opening balance none. Okay, enter. Let us create an income account, commission received. Okay, this is an indirect income. You can, let's see if it has commission. Okay, it has commission. Commission received is an indirect income right here, so we'll choose indirect income. Okay, so as we have, let us create one more account, that is sales. Okay, this here is the sales account. Let us create purchase also. Sorry, where is purchase? We can type P. Okay, I don't have purchase right here. I'll just type P so that it calls for all the P groups. This is purchase account. Okay, so as you know, how can you create a ledger? And the importance of ledger is that whenever the importance of account or a ledger is that whenever you put that entry into that account, so it will directly be reflected according to those groups. As you can see right here, if we have some fixed asset, that is if we change anything in building account, it will directly be related, it will directly affect the fixed asset account right here. So groups are most important to help tally in the accounting purpose, and accounts are all obviously important to create journal entries. So I'll see you in the next lecture.